very high, so I hope you guys can still hear me here. Anarchy here is throwing down some cannons out of expansion, getting his 2 gases over here. I do like how he's thrown down pylons here at all these expansions so that he will know when Sjow, or if Sjow tries to take those expansions. But it seems that Sjow has been expanding over to the left here. More Hellions coming out, multiple missile turrets coming down here, which is a very cool move. I love the take control of the middle of the map play. If he had some Marines, which I don't think he has any more Marines here if we take a look. 1 more Marine, so we're not going to see any bunkers come down or anything like that. We do have a few SCVs here ready to repair the army. More Void Rays and Immortals coming out for the Protoss army. If we take a look here, that's a lot of Zealots, a very Zealot-heavy army. Only 1 Sentry and lots of Stalkers, as well as 4 Void Rays and a Colossi. Looking at the supply, they're both at about 190 right now. Sjow is going to come into a lot of damage with these Hellions, kiting the Zealots backwards. As you can see, the Protoss' macros kind of stopped, not getting any upgrades or doing much of anything now that he's moved out with his army. Sjow still getting some upgrades. Level 2 ground weapons about to finish. And he's happily going to sacrifice these Hellions, because if he can go in and get multiple hits on them there, that's no problem for him to lose some of his units. The Protoss is actually going to be pushing towards the base of Sjow, and this is a very interesting choice here. Sjow is going to have the choice to either go for a base trade, which really he should do since he has multiple command centers coming down here that is just going to slow down the Protoss. Multiple orbital commands. Protoss is coming in, taking out unit producing structures here, and taking out this original expansion here by Sjow. Show's going to try and get that orbital command out of the way. It does have max energy. It's a lot of scans, a lot of mules that he does not want to lose for no reason. Sjow, though, coming into the main base here, takes all of his tanks out of siege mode, and he is just going to go in and do mass damage. The Protoss still doing a lot of damage here. I can't believe they're going for a base trade. It's a very interesting choice by both players. The Protoss is supply blocked right now fairly heavily. He's down 10. His supply is slowly dropping as well, but he is doing a lot of damage here in Sjow's base. Sjow trying to get his SCVs away, and he's also moving in with his huge army here, taking out all of these gateways. A small clump of units here is going to come back and try and take out this stronghold that Sjow had in the middle with the missile turrets. Still has a lot of units in the main here, just taking down all the unit producing structures. And if we take a look at the units that are left here, 22 Zealots, 1 Colossi, 14 Stalkers, 6 Sentries, and 4 Void Rays for the Protoss, and a large mech army of 3 Hellions, 2 Thors, 10 Vikings, and 12 tanks for Sjow. Sjow seems to be getting the rotten end of this deal, being at 115 supply versus the Protoss 150 supply. But it's kind of hard to tell because both guys are losing a lot of buildings here, and the big battle in the middle is really what's going to decide everything. I'm a little surprised by all these units of the Protoss sitting here in the middle not doing anything. He could at least bring them up here to destroy these buildings faster. Sjow has multiple command centers, orbital commands even, that he's lifted off, and he's building multiple factories over here at this expansion. He's probably just going to land these orbital commands and just drop mass mules here. Sjow is still behind on the supply, but he is finishing up, cleaning up the main base here of the Protoss. And look at the production here. The Protoss is throwing down some more bases. Sjow is getting his upgrade for level 3 ground units. And Sjow's army just kind of chilling out here now. I'm surprised he hasn't moved into this base yet. And the Protoss really only has 2 mining bases right now compared to the 2 and 3rd that's about to come down for Sjow. So someone needs to make a move here soon. Once again, the Protoss is very supply blocked. It looks like he's about 40 behind. I'm sorry, that is Sjow that is 40 supply block behind. And that hurts as a Terran. Getting those supply dues up can really be a pain in the butt when a Protoss can just run around and make 50 pylons with 1 probe all at the same time. Sjow is going to be moving into this expansion down here to finish doing the damage he wants to do. All these probes trying to run away, but really running right into the Viking fire, and almost all of them are going to be taken out. Multiple probes did escape here, and they're going to be running over to these new expansions down here in the bottom corner that's about to finish. Protoss army getting ready to move out here. He is throwing down some pylons here, so he could just be throwing down cannons simply to prevent any mining from going on here. Sjow did drop this expansion here, so we're down to 2 base for the Protoss and 3 base for the Terran right now, but Sjow is also throwing another orbital command down here at the expansion. So sneakily throwing stuff all over the place here. I'm sorry, I had to cough there for a moment. I didn't think you guys would want to hear that. Sjow is lifting up this orbital command. It is going to get killed, though, as the Protoss army moves in to try and take out the rest of the bases here. It looks like it's going to come down to one big engagement in the middle. Sjow lifting off all his factories. He really doesn't want to lose those all over again. They might be taken down, though, by this Stalker heavy army and the Void Race. And Sjow is, of course, just choosing to go in, sieges up all of his tanks, and he's just going to destroy all the production facilities of Anarchy here. It could come down to an interesting play where the Protoss might actually run out of buildings. He does have random pylons thrown down all over the place, but with Sjow being able to lift off his buildings and really throw them in whatever direction he wants to, he might be able to just kill off all the buildings of the Protoss player. Also, he does still have this planetary fortress up with multiple missile turrets, which could be a pain for this Protoss to drop. Both players sitting at around just over 100 supply. The Protoss does have 120 compared to the Terran's 100. But the Terran is finishing off all the bases here. More gateways coming down for the Protoss player here at the very bottom right of the expansion. It's his last mining base. They're trying to finish off these two factories here, and we might see the big battle we've been waiting for here. Sjow actually going to decide he doesn't want to battle there, and he's going to be moving away. But he sieges up, probably at just the right time. If the Protoss decides to push in here, he's definitely going to regret it. Nice blink on the Stalkers to take out some of those Vikings. Sjow, though, is still in a pretty decent position here, and if they run into the siege tank fire, it is going to go really badly. As you can see, Sjow taking the lead here by 10 supply. Still ahead by 10 supply right now. Protoss is going to be able to wipe up the rest of that army, though. We're both sitting around 55 supply. Sjow does still have 2 bases left, quite a few minerals left at this first expansion, and also has this expansion down as well. He does have a bunch of SCVs sitting over here that he should bring over and add in, but Zealots are coming in. They're probably going to be able to finish off all those SCVs. Protoss moving out with his army. He wants to try and take down this planetary fortress, but I really don't know if he has enough units to do it. With Sjow throwing down more buildings around here, it's going to be really hard for him to get a nice concave around this planetary fortress, and with him repairing it, that is going to be really difficult for him to knock down. Here come the Protoss units, and they are not sure what they want to do. He wants to push in, but he knows that planetary is going to be a real pain in the butt. Planetary is so strong to push against. Also, a few more Zealots coming up here against this planetary. They're easily going to be taken down there. Anarchy still not deciding to push in all the way here. Going into that planetary would certainly just be death. Sjow is behind right now by 10 supply, 43 to 56. Nice force field here, blocking units from coming out to attack too much of his army. But really, he kind of took some unnecessary damage here. There wasn't really anything he could do. Sjow also has his 3rd command center down here. He's starting to drop mules on these mineral patches. And with 2 planetary fortresses, I don't see how the Protoss is going to be able to come back from this. But really, Sjow just now getting out his other unit producing facilities and just going mass Thor. Cool play, cool play. I love Thors. They are the most cool unit around. Protoss getting his cybernetic score back up, trying to see if he can find any weakness anywhere we can poke in and do some damage, but so far nothing. Marine is going to come down here and scout and see what's going on. Sjow also getting level 3 vehicle plating. Warping in some Zealots here to take out this one pesky Marine. Both players sitting at 61 supply right now. And looking at what units we actually have, 4 Stalkers, 13 Zealots, and sorry about that, 4 Sentries against 6 Vikings and 1 Marine, and 3 Thors now popping out. That is going to be dangerous for this Protoss army to deal with. These Sentries force fields really will not work at all against the Thor, since they can simply walk through them. Going back to our production tab now, seeing one more Thor on the way, another Nexus coming down for the Protoss just to the left of his earlier expansion, but Sjow still having this expansion here could pay off in the end. The Protoss, I believe, does not know about that. No, he does not know about it. So going back to the everyone cam here, he really needs to find out about that, because if he lets Sjow outproduce him here, it's really going to suck, especially after a game this long with some epic battles in it. He is pushing back up here to see if Sjow is re-expanded to any of his old places here, and he did throw down a lot of pylons up around here just to prevent any bases from going down. He could easily warp in a cannon and stop anything from happening there. So scouting around up here, realizing that nothing is here, and Sjow is slowly climbing with his supply lead. He does need to start building supply depots, though, since he's capped at 89 out of 89. 5 Thors moving out, though, that are just about to be 3-3 Thors. That is going to be sick. 3-3 Thors do a lot of damage. This could be an interesting battle here. Thors are in a decent position, and they are going to stop and start doing damage to these Zealots. So many units out for the Protoss, though. Guardian Shield going down. These Thors are going to destroy these sentries pretty easily. Still 3 Thors left. And I think that, yes, the Thors are going to hold it off. The sentries all dying. And Anarchy lost almost every unit there. He's now down to 37 supply to the 99 of Sjow, and I don't see how he can come back from this. He does have a lot of gateways out, though. And he does have a lot of minerals here as well. But if we're looking at our units again, we'll see 33 probes to 42 SCVs. This base looking okay in the saturation. It's not quite where it needs to be. 3 Archons coming out for the Protoss, which is very smart. Archons with their high armor are going to do fairly decent against these Thors, especially if they bunch up some, then they'll do some decent damage to them. So 4 Archons versus 3 Thors here with repairing SCVs. Could be an interesting little battle we're about to see go down. If he lets too many of these gateways go away, though, it's going to be hard for him to hold it off or to recover from this once again. 123 supply on Sjow to 55 for the Protoss. I don't see how the Protoss is going to come back from this. Multiple more High Templars coming in, and still morphing into Archons. There's going to be 6 Archons here. Archons trying to resist the fight as long as humanly possible. And here they come, doing mass damage to those Thors. SCV's trying to repair, but that AoE damage that they do is going to kill them. He is going to stop this attack, but I can only imagine that the next attack is not going to be so easy for him to stop. Still streaming in Thors, 2 at a time here. These 2 Thors will probably be able to take down these 2 Archons, no problem. And with that, we should be seeing a GG soon. 3 more Thors coming out, and there is 3 Thors here. We do see the good game here. It's always nice to see the good games. It really was an epic game, and it was great to see those 2 players go against each other. This was just a BattleNet game, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Also, if you are enjoying the videos, I hope you guys will start subscribing. It makes me feel awesome when I get people subscribing. I have 9 subscribers now, so it's really no big deal. Anyways, once again, I really hope you guys are enjoying the games. I'm going to keep bringing to you at least one a day, maybe a series a day even, is what I've been doing. Today, though, I decided I need to sleep a little bit longer than I have been, so I'm going to upload this one match and go ahead and crash. Well, I hope you guys enjoy it, and we will see you next time.